All right, so we're gonna do a reaction video now for the new season 2 Rings of Power trailer that was just released, I believe today, or perhaps yesterday. I don't remember, but anyway, we're gonna do it. None of us have seen this, so we are, I think, all queued up and ready to go. Yes, guys.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. All right. On three, two, one, play.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Sauron
The ultimate.
sees
Sodom.
himself as master of all Middle-earth.
Hmm. They're
He
just
seeks
tossing
to
those
rule it
rings
not
around.
only through conquest, but by bending the minds of all its peoples to his own.
Mhm.
And for that,
The Tree
he
of
needs
Life.
not armies,
No!
but rings.
In choosing to wear those rings, you have all become his collaborators.
I know you believe this ring is deceiving me, but I believe it is guiding me.
All this may be by
Galadriel
his
is
design.
compromised.
These rings may be how he attains power.
They must be destroyed.
We will discuss the rings once you have answered the question. Who is this man?
Huh?
He is no man. He deceived me. He is Sauron.
What am I to call you? A sharer of gifts. Our work begins now.
I have walked across mountains and deserts to help my friend find his destiny. One the fate of the world may depend on.
Is it my task to stop the fire? Is it my task to face Sauron? To try and cheat death might lead to an even greater catastrophe.
Oh,
Father,
It had wings.
take off
yep.
the ring.
That was a Balrog. At least it appeared to be. August 29th. Okay, so about a month from now.
Every soul in Middle-earth is in peril. Will you abandon them to their doom?
No, what have you done to me?
Leave Sauron to me.
Oh,
Curse me.
Ouch.
He will not stop until he is destroyed.
Forgiveness takes an age.
Oh,
I
zoom
need
in.
your axe, old friend.
Hint.
Fight with me.
Oh,
Was that Shelob?
I think so.
Yeah.
When the darkness falls, there are always some who rise forth and shine.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow.
You will give me the nine.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, it actually
It
does.
did.
Yep.
Looks good. I mean, looks like they. It's so easy to fool us with a trailer.
No, it really is.
The
Yeah.
Lord of Deception
Yes.
is the trailer.
Is the trailer.
But
Now, who was that other wizard? I mean, did they establish in the last season? I can't remember that the one wizard helping the Hobbit-like people was
It was
Gandalf.
Gandalf, yes.
Okay,
yeah,
who is
Mhm.
the other one then?
um,
Radagast, maybe?
it's either something like
Radagast
Radagast
the
or
Brown.
I'm betting it's uh
Saruman.
No, I'm betting it's someone that will die that Gandalf will then take his place.
Yeah, it
Because he
could
looks
be.
like he's wearing gray, like wearing Gandalf's
True.
hat
And
almost
maybe
when he
he
puts the
takes
Yeah.
hat
over
on.
being the
And
gray.
I think
Yeah.
this is more about Gandalf becoming Gandalf and figuring out that
Hmm.
maybe he's not supposed to confront Sauron directly, but he's supposed to bolster the peoples
Right.
and to go back, the hobbits were the ones, or the hobbit like creatures were the ones that kind of found him and gave him his initial direction or whatever, and that is
Hmm.
going to lead him back to that's why he doesn't let go of the hobbits
Yeah.
later in the story.
Yeah.
Goes back and gets Bilbo to be his thief and all that because he feels they have a significant part to play because they're overlooked by everyone else.
Yeah.
So that'd be my guess, is that this is some druid or wizard that is going to die as an example of
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
Gandalf if they're going to give Gandalf more of an identity crisis, which that's what they're implying when he's saying, "What am I
Hmm.
supposed to do?" or whatever.
Right. Is it
Um,
my job to face
yeah.
Sauron? Yeah.
None of
Hmm.
this stuff is Tolkien lore accurate except for certain points because it all
Hmm.
takes place. You couldn't do a show. It all takes place over thousands of
Over, yeah,
years,
thousands of
Yeah.
years. Yeah,
hundreds of years.
exactly.
Even these incidents they take place over hundreds of years. People's
Right.
like one person doesn't live to see a human. It's
Right.
their
And
ancestors, their
you can't
descendant
make a
that.
show like that. Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
It's way too confusing.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, I
but
think that
yeah,
looks pretty interesting. I mean, the
It does
visuals all
look
look
really
great. It
good.
looks
Yeah.
captivating.
I'm
The
gonna try
story
to
looks
watch it as
interesting.
pure entertainment as long as they don't
Yeah.
keep
Just
doing
completely
some of the
butcher it.
over the top
Yeah.
silly stuff. I mean, I don't know what I felt about. There was a lot of points in the first season that I thought they went too far, but
Yeah.
I still overall walked away from it going, whatever.
Hmm.
It was okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't great. Wasn't terrible. Yeah.
Yeah. I've always wanted to see the Witch King
Hmm.
fighting the men, the kingdoms of men and stuff, and
Mhm.
Yeah.
Angmar and all that. And but it's confusing because at some point Sauron is defeated by the Númenóreans
Hmm.
and then brings about the ruin of Númenor, and it's like all this stuff takes place over so long a period,
Yeah.
and
And
they
they were
and
kind of cramming it in the last
yeah,
season.
I'm trying to remember. They left the last season implying that Númenor was headed for destruction, but not
Right.
Yeah.
actually
But not
getting
actually
there.
showing it. Yeah.
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 Hmm.
So yeah, trying to cram it all into everything will happen in a long weekend or whatever is just a
Yeah.
bad idea.
Exactly.
but
Agreed.
but uh but that looks
Yeah.
cool. I mean,
Yeah. I'm happy
I'll
with it. I
watch it.
mean, I'm
Yeah.
definitely planning on watching it. So
Yeah.
yeah, very
Yeah, it
cool.
was great seeing a Balrog. And it was cool seeing
Hmm.
Elrond in armor on the
Yeah. Yeah.
battlefield
Yeah.
Right.
because he wasn't that type of character necessarily in the last season. He was more the diplomat, but it's
Right. He
cool
was more in a
seeing him
diplomat role.
transition to that.
Exactly.
But
He's the one
yeah.
though that's like spitting all the truth, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
nobody's listening. Instead of it being what's her name, Gladriel, it
Galadriel.
looks like
Yeah.
it's gonna be
The
him this
ladder.
season, trying to tell people the truth and they're not listening. Yeah. I like the whole theme. The theme of corruption will never get
Hmm.
old,
No. No.
and
Agreed.
the rings corrupting people, but also, the fact that the elves hid those three from Sauron, they're the only three he didn't get a hold of, and somehow managed to use the power they put into them for good, for the greater
Yeah.
good,
Right.
is showing that his plans weren't perfect and everything. And
Yeah.
I'm probably the biggest Tolkien freak here, right? Except
Yeah, I think
Grimdark's
you
pretty.
are.
I mean, I've
You
held him
Yeah.
to it
remember you
longer than.
remember Silmarillion. I don't
Yeah.
remember
Well,
You
I've read
remember
it.
stuff I'd
Silmarillion so many
forgotten
times.
completely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's another thing. Like, if there was two things that I would want to see an adaptation of, it would be Elric and Silmarillion. But both of them are almost impenetrable
Yeah.
works,
Yeah. They really
Yeah.
are.
to bring into a script. And Silmarillion especially, it's like it has the pomposity of the Bible and Scripture, but it
Hmm.
has incredible stories within it, and themes and fantasy elements that are just, people that are open-minded and are willing, grab your imagination for sure. If you're in love with Tolkien's world, it's just the way Tolkien's mind worked. It's just incredible and insane. And
Hmm.
one of the greatest geniuses, as far as all that went ever, in my opinion. And you can
Mhm.
tell that whole billions of dollars of industry have come from his notes,
Hmm.
and from the stuff he got
Yeah. Even
published
the
and the stuff he
appendix
did.
and stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Dungeons and Dragons,
Hmm.
every bit of fantasy that we have has been massively influenced by him. So,
Absolutely.
but I think the only way to enjoy something like this is to kind of let go of the expectations and hope it can maintain itself within itself as a decent show.
Yeah.
and not worry so much about, what Tolkien would hate all of this probably.
Hmm.
And in
So
that way, it may be to its own advantage that it's not necessarily a straight adaptation of Silmarillion. If they're working with what little bits they can based
yeah, they
upon the
stayed away from
copyright
all that
restrictions.
because
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
but I've always wanted to see the epic moments of Silmarillion. There's
On
just so many
screen.
great
Yeah.
ones. Yeah, if you saw the
Hmm.
Noldor fighting the Balrogs, able
Yeah.
to stand toe to toe with them and stuff. That stuff would just be insane.
Incredible to look at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the pivotal battle moments and
But see, was any of that mentioned in the appendices to Lord of the Rings? Because that's what they have the copyright
I don't know.
rights to. Because
Hmm.
they
The
can,
Fall of Numenor was, I think,
so
which
they
is what
may
they're
yet be
using.
able to show stuff, but they can't
Yeah.
be specific to what was in Silmarillion.
Yeah.
If
Well,
there's something in
it's
Silmarillion that's not in the appendices, I don't think they have the right to show
yeah.
it, to dramatize it.
The appendices covers a lot of ground, but it doesn't go into depth and detail. And even Lord of the Rings, they refer to Beren and Luthien,
Yeah.
and as
Hmm.
being reborn kind of through Aragorn and Arwen. So that's one of the major stories of Silmarillion.
Yeah.
That if I was going to pick one thing to make a movie, it would be that,
Hmm.
because that is the most kick-ass, complete story probably in
Yeah.
there. The other one is the sons of or the children of Hurin, and that whole aspect, and that is too depressing to make
Yeah,
into a
that
film.
one,
That
no.
is truly like a
It would
Nordic
be,
a Nordic tragedy saga.
yeah.
It's so I would pick Beren and Luthien, and they still are immersed in the deep sadness that all of Tolkien's work, the melancholy is immersed in, but they're triumphant as well. They're dealing with Morgoth. Sauron, he makes an okay nemesis and everything. He's a good nemesis, but Morgoth there's so much untapped there in adaptations. As he's the ultimate villain, that all this came from, and Sauron's just a shadow, really
Hmm.
of the original. So that's why when you see Beren and Luthien going into Morgoth's court and confronting him
Oh,
directly and
yeah.
stuff like that, and you see the Elven King having a battle of song with Sauron, it sounds like something from a bad musical, but in Tolkien, it's epic. I mean, it's freaking
Yeah.
epic, and yeah. So all those things would be incredible. It's sad that they can't go there, but also nice that they're not going to ruin it.
Well,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, exactly.
So,
Yeah.
but anyway, I'm gonna watch this with an open mind. It'd be so easy to condemn it, but it's
Yeah.
already done. We can't do anything about it.
Yeah. No,
It's just
I
another
hope it's
adaptation.
good. Absolutely 100%
Yeah,
open-minded. Hope it's good. I hope to enjoy it.
yeah. I think we're all on the same page there. So,
Yep.
Yay.
Yay.
uh,
Yay.
I still don't know who that.